Hello. um, so I'm Cody. I know I've talked to you a little bit in the past about a few different success things and different things that I've been learning, and really these videos are mostly for me, but if it does help somebody, that's great too, I guess. But I really want to track kind of where my life's going and the different understandings, and if anyone else has some feedback or anything, I'm always down to hear some new information. But so I talked a little bit in the past about doing a little bit on the success principles, and the first one I want to start with is positive mental attitude, because I feel like everything is developed after you develop yourself. I feel like it takes a little bit of time to figure yourself out, and then after you can develop yourself, that's when you get to a point to where you can do other great things, because without developing yourself, you're going to have something come up and it's going to tear you down. I've seen it happen, and it's happened to me quite a few times. It actually made me give up on a lot of things in my life that I probably shouldn't have given up on. That's pretty real. That's like kind of the real side of it. But now that I have more or less started to figure myself out and I can be happy, relatively happy in any situation, I feel like now I have a better control over my life, and it's easier for me to put things in perspective and understand what my goals and where I'm going with things. So the first part of one of these success principles is a positive mental attitude, or a PMA. And really with that, it has to do with, like, the science behind it is your subconscious mind takes in everything. We have a few different clicks in our direct sight, and then like we're directly listening to, but there is tons and tons and tons and tons of material and different sounds and different things going on around us that we don't pay any attention to. Like if you walk into a store, there's people talking all over the place over here. You're hearing what they're saying, but you're not making it out. You're not paying any attention to it. There's music playing, and you'll walk out of that store later. This is like a good example of it. You'll walk out of that store and you'll be sitting in your car and no music's playing or anything in your car, but you're going to be singing a song. It's because you heard it, you weren't paying attention to it. Where did I hear that song? Why am I singing this? It's because you heard it, like your subconscious. A lot of people do a lot of advertising with that. They do like the little small things that people pick up on that keep them repeating the same things from that commercial over and over. But I don't want to go off on a tangent of all that, but your subconscious mind picks up on everything, so what we allow into our minds directly controls who we become. That's pretty powerful to say, but really I believe that our association and our experiences are what make us. So if, for example, I've seen a lot of depression coming on, and I don't feel like it was as relevant in the past. There were different problems and different things, and of course there was depression, but the suicide rate has definitely increased, and I believe that that's due to the media, the TV, the music, all this other stuff, because we didn't have access to that stuff before. And if you're not controlling what goes into your mind, there is a lot of bad stuff that just like sneaks its way in. And I feel like that's the leading cause of that, I feel like, because we have access to all this other bad stuff. If I'm at work, I go into the break room and the news is on, I cut it off. I don't want to listen to that stuff. Same thing with music. Like, I've completely changed what I listen to, and I pay attention to what the lyrics are, because I don't want that stuff going into my head. You want to control what's going into your mind. I do a lot of audios from people in the same business realm that I'm in, and listen to TED Talks and all this other stuff, but it's all based around positive stuff. You want to keep yourself in a positive outlook. An easy thing to fall into that a lot of people do, that they don't realize they're doing it, is you'll be walking along and you'll drop something. You're like, oh, I'm so clumsy. I friggin' suck. I just spilled this everywhere or whatever. And you go like start cleaning it up. Oh, I'm so like dumb. I'm so clumsy. I'm so stupid. I hear people say that, and I tell them to get away from me. Like, yeah, I like tell them like, no, you're not. No. Like, I try to comfort them. But if they keep doing it and keep repetitively doing it, I tell them I don't want to talk with them unless they fix that. because I don't want myself inadvertently picking that up and then doing it myself. It's something like you're the only one who sees negative in yourself. That's another big thing. If people are like, oh, I'm fat, oh, I'm like too skinny, oh, I need to like build more muscle, oh, I need to do this, I need prettier skin, I need all of this. It's your perspective on yourself. I've seen people just as beautiful that look completely different than this person, and they're both beautiful. It's your perspective on how you see yourself. That's the effects and the power of keeping a positive mental attitude, keeping positive on you. And now research is showing that people who keep a positive mental attitude end up living longer because the stress doesn't eat their body away. When you have like stress flowing through your body, there's all kinds of like bad chemicals and all kinds of stuff that's going inside you that like flowing through you that your body releases that should not be there. So I mean, really too, outside of that, I don't want this video to be too long. I just want to make sure that keeping a positive outlook on everything, making sure that when you drop something like, oh, I'm going to do better next time, I'm not going to drop that. I'm getting better. I have better balance. I have great coordination. Just talking yourself up. It's going to be weird to begin with. This is another success principle that I've read in tons and tons and tons of books. But you want to talk yourself up. You want to get to a point to where you're building yourself up instead of breaking yourself down. You don't think you're breaking yourself down, but your subconscious is like a computer. Your brain is like a computer. It's not programmed at all, but what you put into it is what eventually it's going to do. So I mean, like you're typing in code or whatever on a computer, feed it positive, feed it things that you want to do, feed it your goals and the success that you want and where you want to be in life. And this is like powerful to say, but I can almost guarantee that if you start focusing on developing yourself first, you'll have amazing, like way better relationships with people, in marriage, in all different places. I've seen it work in all different places. I'm not able to speak as highly of the marriage side of things because I'm not married, or the kids, but I know I've seen it from people that I associate with and I'm around close all the time that's always positive, and they're always thinking about the best in things and the greatest things instead of the worst and the lowest things. And I've seen like how it affects and how it changes and how the kids, like it rubs off on the children, and the children want to be great and like amazing people, and they're always positive, and they're just, it's a different world when you start looking at things like that. I used to have a little bit of depression, and it was due to that. Like I didn't have really any goals or dreams or aspirations or anything that I wanted to accomplish down the road, and I was just negative about a lot of stuff, and it like kind of takes over you. You get in that funk and you're there for a long time. And it's a rough place to be in. But start speaking positive over yourself, even if it's like small stuff. Like you wake up in the morning and you're like, today's going to be a great day. And don't like get sucked into like, oh, that was stupid of me to say. No, because that's the exact same thing that you just did. Like you're counteracting it. Even if it starts to turn into a bad day, don't try to find the silver lining in everything and make yourself feel fake, but figure out ways that you can talk yourself up about getting better. Not necessarily like, oh, I dropped this, that's great. No, it's not great, but you learn like, don't do this or do that to increase your odds, make things better, or like change the situation. But I'll probably do another video not too long. This one took a long time for me to actually get together and do, but keep them positive. Keep your association with people that you want to be like, that are positive, or help them talk to somebody. Get a small group of people that's wanting to do this together. It's much easier to do this in a group than it is by yourself. I've been in both situations, so I can speak for that one. It's much easier to do this with other people. And then also kind of change what you're listening to, change what you're seeing, change like the negative stuff that you see. I know it's interesting, like this stuff comes on and it's like hard to look away, it's hard to watch, but you're like doing the weird like cover your face but kind of looking at the same time, just because it's interesting. It's weird, it's creepy, it's bad, but it's at the same time you're curious about it, because it's bad. I don't know why people are like curious about all that stuff, but yeah, control what goes into your mind. Don't let just anyone program your mind. If you had a computer and it's like a new computer, everything's nice on it, it's all shiny, and like you have the opportunity to put whatever you want on this computer, would you let just anyone upload anything or go to any site or do whatever they wanted to on this computer? Heck no. Heck no. I would definitely not. I don't trust that many people to do that, especially people I don't know. But you're doing it every day with your mind. You're letting people program your mind every day. Control what goes into your mind. You're not able to control every situation, but you are able to react to the situations. You're able to control your attitude toward the situation. Focus on that. That's the first thing in being successful, I would say, is developing yourself. Thank you guys. Stay awesome.